From the ECSI Sports Studios and the #1 sports investors in America, we bring you The Closing Bell. As the market closes, legends Jeff Dawson and Riley Magnuson bring you all the sports investing tips for tonight's matchups. If you want to learn more from the two legends at the desk, make sure you stay tuned to The Closing Bell.
An hour or so, Jeff and Brady Cannon will be on talking all things BMW Championship and any playoff implications. Aside from obviously the who's odds for winners of this tournament. Obviously, there's a lot of jockeying to make sure you get into that top 30, so you're stuck around for the following week there for the actual Tour Championship there for the FedEx Cup. So it's going to be a exciting show there as well. Not too much going on with NFL. I don't believe we've got. I think we're restarting week 2 of preseason tomorrow. Tomorrow night. Only one game tomorrow night. So a little bit more of a weekend-loaded preseason slate this week, and I don't think there's any serious NFL news except for Travion Burks, Tennessee, carted off today. Not sure what the. I haven't seen an update on that. Obviously not what you want to see there. That is going to be a tough blow for them if he is out for any extended period of time. This would have been a big year for him to progress, and obviously without A.J. Brown, that was kind of the A.J. Brown replacement. That is a tough hole to fill there. So we'll see how that works. Not sure what's going to be coming of that unnecessarily, but aside from that, we had plenty of MLB action going on yesterday. Had some good thoughts, some maybe a couple of iffy ones. As far as White Sox and Cubs, we were leading towards the under in that one, and that one stuck there 8.5 under 5-3. Let's see. I believe we were interested. I said the Royals and Mariners was again wonky. The Mariners ended up winning that one in extra innings, but if you played the team total for the Royals, you had that one. The entertainment over of the evening, Diamondbacks Rockies gets there. I know I had a couple bad ones here. I'm trying to find what I was talking about there. I think Guardians and Reds, I think I was calling for some runs in that one. That was obviously 3-0. Lean Guardians scoring some runs, only 3-0 there. And I know there's probably one other one that's one other lean that was ugly there that I might have whiffed on. But anyways, it was a decent night for sure there. Padres put up 10 runs. That one was a stay away. Giants I was leaning towards. I think Dodgers I might have been calling for some Miller regression. That was a whiff there. So had some good looks. Not a bad night on the old bases last night. Already 2 games in the tank today. Tigers beat the Twins actually 8-7 today. Mets take down the Pirates 8-3. And now we've got 2 others going on right now. Rays up 5-0 against the Giants in San Francisco. And the home team rocks up 3-2 in the top of the 6th with the Arizona Diamondbacks threatening to put up a few more there. So we've got a handful of games still left on the slate to talk about 10, 12 games or so. About 10, 12 games or so. So it should be a good evening of baseball as well. I think the next one starts at that 5:40, 6:40 East Coast time slot, a few right around there. And then we've got my White Sox on my chest here, taking on the Cubs for night 2. Trying to even the season series at 2-2, which is what I'm hoping for, obviously. Lose a lot of bragging rights, despite nothing to play for. A lot more bragging rights between me and a lot of my Cubs fan faithful friends that I have over there. So, obviously, hoping for a big one there. Luis Roberts' home run still flying over the north side right now. So hopefully we get a couple more of those tonight for my sake. Thank you, Connor, for stopping by. We are feeling good tonight, my friend. Glad to have you stopping by. And without further ado, let's jump right on into it. One of these rivalry games that we were talking about yesterday, Cleveland and Cincinnati in opposition to my White Sox and Cubs rivalry going on. That one is the first one up, I believe, here. Noah Syndergaard and Abbott. Andrew Abbott for the Reds in this one. If you forgot that Syndergaard is over in Cleveland, that is correct. Syndergaard, last time out, 5 2/3, 6 hits, 1 earned run allowed. He has been, this will be start number 4 in Cleveland here. First and third start pretty good. Mixed in a bad one in between there. He's going up against Abbott, 5 2/3, 4 hits, 2 earned runs last time out. And the Guardians get that 3-0 win yesterday. So now we're looking still in Cincinnati here, and we are looking at Cincinnati Reds as a hefty favorite in this one after what we've seen the first two. That is an interesting split there. Let's see. The first two, this is game number 2 out of this series. The first one yesterday was about minus 120, 125, 130 or so, and now we're staring at minus 170. With a total of 9.5. So another one, if you were listening to me yesterday and going with runs yesterday, maybe that's what we're seeing again here today. I'd be more interested maybe in that Reds team total. Kind of suggesting that Syndergaard might get blown up. Only 4.5. So it is a little wonky. They're making it tough for you to get into that. You got to go pay the over 5.5 plus 115. To get anything legitimate there. Maybe that's what you go with here today, and maybe this is a screaming for a bad Syndergaard start here. I know a lot of people are probably expecting that, have been picking off of that, but he's obviously, like I said, since he's been in Cleveland, 2 out of 3 good starts, the one ugly one there. Cleveland stringing a couple along here together. Obviously, with the Twins losing today, they get the win yesterday. Cleveland still not down and out of it. I said yesterday I was interested in taking a scoop maybe of that plus 950 for them to still win the division. I've seen crazier division wins from them in my lifetime out of Cleveland. So, again, obviously still a flawed team. Offense, nothing to write home about, but they've got a hot stretch in them. That's always how I feel about it. So nothing bearing on tonight's game. I do lean towards the Reds actually getting it done. Don't really want to pay the tax on the Reds to win this game outright. But Abbott has obviously been good in a lot of spots here. So I'm going to say Syndergaard is in for an ugly one here tonight. That's what we're looking at here. Mostly skipping past. We've been skipping past just about all of these games here, but Oakland and St. Louis, Blackburn, Liberatore. Liberatore, 8 innings, 2 hits, no earned runs last time out. Cards have won the first 2 of the series. If you're interested in taking a bite out of this A's, if you want to swallow that pill, it does seem a little fishy with how good Liberatore was last time out, and I believe we were right around minus 200. In each of the first over minus 200, 222 closed yesterday, 245 closed on Monday. And we're only sitting at minus 175 here, down from minus 195. So it's gone the opposite way. If you're a person, I will not be on it. I have not been an Oakland A's backer or just about at any point in the season. If you've got any points where you felt comfortable taking a swing in the Oakland A's, this might be the one to do it. Liberatore could definitely be due for some regression. Having said that, you never know what you're going to get with Blackburn on the other side there. So maybe I go over the flat 4, try to find some plus money for the A's to put up some runs tonight. I know it's a tough pill to swallow, but last 3 games, 7-5, and yesterday not so great, 2 runs, but offense showed a little bit of life these last few days. So let's go with some A's team total action. As ugly as it sounds, that is where I'm looking tonight out of that one. Obviously, Cardinals taking care of the business the first 2. Would you be shocked to find out that the 2023 St. Louis Cardinals lost a game to the Oakland A's? No, I don't think you would be. So Boston and Washington is the next one up. Paxton versus Mackenzie Gore. I don't have strong thoughts on this one. Paxton, 5 1/3, 6 hits, no runs last time out. Gore, a little bit of a regression start, 7 hits, 6 earned runs last time out. Red Sox win 5-4 yesterday, and you're only seeing this Red Sox team about minus 155. The numbers in this one earlier in this week, let's see. Tomorrow is looking like minus 190. Yesterday was about minus 173, and the Red Sox get the win. This one, I like Mackenzie Gore in certain spots. I like him as in a bounce back spot potentially. You could argue James Paxton is in for a bit of a regression start of his own there. So I might be. I've been vocal. This Nats team has been a little pesky since the All-Star break. They have, I believe, they are above 500 after the All-Star break. Close, hard-fought loss yesterday. Offense showed some, again, obviously against the Oakland A's, but offense showed some life over the weekend against the A's. A couple of 8 spots and 2 of the 3 there. Red Sox are playing well offensively, though, right now, so that would be the one concern out of this one. So maybe I'm interested in the Nationals putting up some runs, but honestly, I think the Nats could be a little live today. Money line is kind of roller coastered around this number that it's currently at today for the most part, but I'm going to go with a little underdog Nat today with some love towards Mackenzie Gore. Maybe I'm more interested. First 5 plus 120. I think I'm going to go first 5 on the Nats here. Plus the 120. You can get the hook, but you got to pay a little bit of a tax, minus 118. I'm going to go plus money on the Washington Nationals in the first 5 there. Next one up. Philly and Toronto is the next one up. Good pitching matchup. Nola versus Gozman. Nola, 5 hits over 5 innings, 1 earned run last time out. Gozman, very good, 7 innings, 4 hits, 0 earned runs last time out. And the Jays get the 2-1 victory yesterday. Maybe I was leaning towards the Phils yesterday. I honestly don't remember. But nonetheless, I've been pretty correctly saying it. Yet they get the win yesterday, 2-1. This Jays offense, aside from 11 spot on Sunday, obviously that's a big one. Before that, had a handful of losses, even a few wins before the last week or so. This offense has been a little bit of a funk. And you could say the same thing these last 3 days over the Phillies. 1-0 and 1 run scored for sure. So not suggesting anything specific tonight, but I've been a little weary on this Toronto team because their offense has been a little dead this last week. Obviously, aside from that Sunday game. So against Nola, I'm kind of just backing away from this one altogether. I expect all these games between these two teams, if they, I'm not sure if they play a third one tomorrow or not. No, just a 2-game series. So yesterday was a 2-1 game. I could see this one being a really, really good game again. You got a 7.5. I'm going to go with a 4-3. It's nothing crazy, but a 4-3 game one way or another on this one. So I don't have any strong thoughts here. I've just been kind of buyer beware on the Jays, and obviously something's going on these last 3 days with the Phillies. So I might want to see them get back with their feet back underneath them before I do anything with them. So I'm kind of just staying away from this one altogether. Now that I say this, it's going to be a 10-9 shootout out of these two teams tonight. That's probably what's going to happen there. Yankees and Braves. The Braves have been just when you thought Sunday might have been rock bottom for the Yankees blowing the 9th inning lead. They've gotten their what's kicked these last 2 days in Atlanta against the Braves. 11-3 on Monday. Right? Yeah, Monday. 5-0 yesterday on Tuesday. A big old goose egg. They've got Vasquez, a rookie, on the mound today. He's been called up a few times this year. This will be his second straight start being called up. I think the only time he's made 2 consecutive starts 5 days after the next for the Yankees. 3 2/3, 2 earned runs allowed, so probably not going to go past 4 or 5 innings, even if he is pitching well. Then on the other side of things, you got Morton with a really goofy stat line. Last time out, 5 innings, 3 hits, 0 earned runs on 7 walks. And 4 strikeouts. So not often do you see someone walk 7 guys and manage to skate through it with 0 earned runs allowed, and I think it was 0 runs total, unearned as well. So that is a goofy one. I really do not know what to expect out of Charlie Morton. I guess you would. My gut would tell me the Yankees offense has to wake up against the guy that was doing that last time out, and Morton obviously, who can be very hit or miss in general. You know what? I'm not saying I'm leaning towards the Yankees necessarily on the money line because I have absolutely no idea what the kid Vasquez is going to do tonight. Obviously, it could be a come to Jesus moment against this Braves lineup, and he could give up an 8 spot himself here. So I guess where I'm going is I might be just interested in the Yankees team total over 4.5. If you want to wait to see them wake up and get out of this rock bottom, I absolutely understand that. But against Morton here, after what he did last time, obviously it's all over the place with Morton, so he could be fantastic. Could be, get the control under him here today and have the same, 3-4 hits or something like that. But I'm going to go with the Yankees scoring some runs here tonight. This offense needs to wake up. They're 60-60. They obviously can't wait too much longer to get not only get going, but they got to get hot to get themselves into the mix here for sure. So I'm going to go with the Yankees putting up some runs, but again, I'm not buying the plus 70 with a rookie who has been good so far. Could get his what's lit up tonight. So I'm going to go Yankees team total out of that one if I am doing anything out of that one. Angels and Rangers is the next one up. Detmers versus John Gray here. Detmers 7 earned runs in each of his last 2 outings as a starting pitcher there. Gray, very good last time out, 7 innings, 2 hits, 0 earned runs. Rangers get the 7-3 win yesterday, 12-0 win on Monday against this Angels team. This Angels team, even worse situation than what we just talked about with the Yankees after they make the aggressive moves at the deal. Win a few games there, and now they've been in the tank ever since. So this one, minus 175 for the Rangers. Open about minus 165. Just trying to look at the money lines for the first 2 games out of this one. Minus 200 and minus 200. Now you're down a little bit with a pitching matchup that very recently has been very lopsided in each individual case here. Another one where I'm going to lean on the Angels again here tonight. Lean on the underdog here. Not sure if we're going to see this offense wake up. I feel better that you could see a nice positive bounce back from Reed Detmers. So it might be another one where I'm interested in the Angels first 5 with Detmers having desperate need of a big bounce back. Not only is he terrible the last 2, 5.27 ERA on the season, 2-9 record overall. So the visuals in this situation where you got a solid pitcher on John Gray, the fact that it's gone minus 200, and they blow the doors off of him on Monday and Tuesday, and now we're sitting at minus 175 up from 165. I'm going to go all Angels tonight. Harder on the first 5 than anything. You never know what this Rangers offense could wake up in the back half here, but I'm going to go first 5 Angels. That is where I'm going. It's another situation, plus 124 as opposed to plus 150 on the full game. So I'm going plus 124 on the Angels' first 5 here and putting some chips down on old Reed Detmers and a little regression from John Gray, a little wake up from this Angels offense. So I think there's a lot of factors that could get you to the window with the Angels here. Tough pill to swallow with the way both of these 2 teams are playing. Pardon me. In contrast here, I mean, this Rangers team is hotter than the sun right now offensively. Honestly, on both ends of the spectrum, pitching and defense and offense. So that is where I'm going. The numbers don't make a ton of sense the way they've moved after these first 2 days here. So I'm going pretty hard on the Angels tonight in that case. The other one here, probably going to skip past this one. Seattle and Kansas City. You've got Castillo versus MacArthur. MacArthur's going to be, he's a bullpen pitcher. I believe he pitched yesterday for Kansas City. Up against Castillo, who was very good last time out after a rough outing. He's been a fantastic bounce-back pitcher these last couple of years. Last time out, 2 hits, 1 earned run over 6 innings. The series has actually been split. Ton of runs in this one. 7-6 and a 10-8 win yesterday for the Mariners. 7-6 that is for the Royals on Monday. We were on here. So I really don't know what to expect out of this one. It's honestly surprising that this one with Castillo isn't higher than 205. So it is kind of a little goofy as far as that is concerned also. So maybe Seattle's offense is a little down. Maybe Castillo regressed a little bit. I don't know. This one, maybe I'm just being aware, being waring of this one altogether. If it's Castillo pitching a gem, I'd feel a little more comfortable with the minus 250 situation against this Royals team. So I'm staying far away from it. I've called fishiness on this one all week long. Monday was correct, and the Royals win. Yesterday, despite the Mariners winning, they went to extra innings, and the Royals put up 8 runs. So that's definitely some fishiness. I'll go with another bit of fishiness here today, but you never know what's going to happen there. I'm staying away. I believe we skipped over the White Sox and Cubs. Clevenger versus Javier Assad. Cubs again, minus 166. The total up to 11 in this one here today. Kind of causing me a little concern for both these pitchers today. Clevenger, 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run last time out. Has been solid for the most part lately. He had a big IL stint, but he's been solid for the most part. Assad is transitioning into a starter role. Drew Smiley transitioning to the bullpen. And Assad has been decent. 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run last time out. And so with an 10.5, 11 total, got to imagine the wind is blowing out, so that's always going to boost that total up as long as you don't have any ace pitchers on the mound, which you don't really hear today. So I don't know if you want to go with this is the entertainment over of the day or what. But I think you're due for both these pitchers to have some regression. You've got, as I said it yesterday, White Sox get the win yesterday. White Sox have been good in a series following themselves getting swept, with the exception of the last time they played the Cubs, as I mentioned yesterday. But aside from that, the White Sox have had a handful of times getting embarrassed, and then they were able to bounce back and win a series. So not saying that happens tonight, not saying they take the 2-game sweep, but I think you can see them put some runs up. I think you can see the Cubs put some runs up here on Clevenger. Might even lean towards the Cubs putting up, having the bigger number here. But at the end of the day, I'm going to go with an entertainment over on this one. I think you'll definitely see me having some fun with this one and playing that one. So let's go with our entertainment over the day coming out of the Chicago game there. All right, 2 more, and then we're out of here. As far as these live games are concerned, Arizona up 6-3 on Colorado now. Tampa Bay up 6-0 on San Francisco. So that one's getting closer to the end there. Baltimore and San Diego, 7:40 my time, 8:40 East Coast time. Snell and Kramer, decent little pitching matchup here. Obviously, Snell has been a Cy Young candidate this year. 6 innings, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 walks, 7 Ks last time out. Kramer, similar stat line, 7 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs his last time out as well. Split series so far, 1-1. Padres get the 10-3 win yesterday. Their offense finally wakes up. So I'm not sure if that's what you would be. I really don't have a feel. This Padres team, I have not had a feel for all season long. They've got even in just the last 5 games, a 10 spot, a 0-4-1, and then a 10 spot again. So I don't know if you expect their offense to keep up the momentum from yesterday, fall back into the tank like they did the last time they scored 10 runs. But you've got a hefty line here. I'm not paying this tax. This tax on this one with Snell is ridiculous. It has been corrected to some degree. But unless you have a feeling that Kramer is getting lit up here, this one is just all over the place. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be taking the Orioles. I'm sure a lot of people have been riding the Snell train. So unless you've been on either of those, just to kind of sidestep this one, it would be my advice out of this one. Blake Snell has been very good. At some point, he's going to have some sweeping 1 or 2 regression starts. Not saying it's happening tonight, but I'm pumping the brakes. I'm staying away from Snell until we do get that big ugly start there. So, last one up, pretty hefty line for the damn LA Dodgers here against a division leader in the Brewers. -250 with Kershaw on the mound against Wade Miley. These two guys last time out, Miley 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run. Kershaw 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run. That was his last start and return from the IL. Dodgers win 6-2 yesterday, 9-game winning streak. And we've got an 8.5 total here with a big, hefty line. What was the number? The number yesterday was certainly not this big. You've got minus 230 yesterday, so I guess it did climb a little bit at closing, I think. Maybe I'm drawing a blank on what it was, but minus 250 now. So maybe you're due for some Wade Miley regression. Clayton Kershaw could get, obviously needs to get going here for them to have a reliable arm there in the postseason stretch there. So, I will lean towards the Dodgers winning this one. I'm not trying to pay that tax here, but I think the way to get into this one would be maybe just expecting some Wade Miley regression. Making it tough for you. Over 4.5, I see minus 125. So if you would be able to find the flat 5, maybe at plus money, that's what you would have to do there. That would be the only way that I play this one, unless you're really over the moon about some Clayton Kershaw regression. You get plus money over 3.5. Doesn't seem like it's too appetizing to me there. So I'm gonna go, if I can find a flat 5, go with some Wade Miley regression and take the Dodgers to go over a team total in this one. So that about does it for the baseball slate today. Now, after 2 seconds of saying it, the Rockies up 7-6. So we've got a late show going on in Colorado as per usual. The home team Rocks turning things around at home. I had the one on Monday, but stayed off of it yesterday and today. But nonetheless, that about does it for me. Short and sweet today. Stick around in about 40 minutes for Jeff Dawson and Brady Cannon talking BMW Championship. We've got the big boys coming down the pipe here. Just south of Chicago this weekend. So it should be a fun one. I believe it's going to be some hot weather over the weekend. Thursday might be okay. Tomorrow might be okay. But Saturday, Sunday is going to be a hot one for them. So it should be a lot of fun there. So without further ado, thank you all for stopping by. I am going to go ahead and get out of here. hopefully enjoy some nice baseball winners tonight. Hopefully you do as well. Good luck. If you've got any golf action this weekend, I will be off tomorrow, as will the closing bell. Only 4 baseball games, I think. But I believe Jeff and I will be back on Friday afternoon to give you the closing bell and maybe some football talk, I imagine, as well. So, and probably some golf updates as far as the first 2 rounds of that tournament. So we'll see y'all then, is what I'm trying to say here. So thank you, Connor, for stopping by and commenting. And as always, I will see y'all later on Friday. Thank y'all for stopping by this week so far.